channel. Welcome back to my second video. It's the consistency for me, child. You know what, actually let's see how far I can keep this going before I start talking about consistency. Anyway, because we are still trying to get to know each other, I thought I should come back with another personal video, and today I'll be doing 26 things I learned as I turned 26. This is of course off the back of my my birthday, which was a few weeks ago. And I've been doing some reflection or whatever, so I thought maybe let's share and let's see if anyone else can kind of relate to some of the stuff I've learned so far. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, I have everything written down in my notebook, so if I do look down, just know that I'm looking at what I've written down here. Lesson number 1: practice kindness, especially to yourself. So yes, you can practice kindness to batho ba bang and just approach life with kindness, but I think we're our hardest critics and we forget to practice kindness to ourselves. And that's one thing I've learned throughout this year, is that it's okay. Like, you don't have to be hard on yourself. Like, let it go, baby. Lesson number 2 is believe in yourself. I think with me especially, I always look for confirmation from other people before I can be like, oh my gosh, that was a great idea, or oh my gosh, damn girl, like that was really, really good. So I think when you believe in yourself a bit more, you're able to take risks. Do you know what I mean? You're able to put yourself out there because you're not necessarily scared. You could be scared, but I think your level of scaredness is very different to someone that doesn't necessarily believe in themselves as much. Lesson number 3: routine is not everything. This one is very difficult for me because I'm a Virgo and I'm literally like a perfectionist, and I believe in discipline, I believe in routine. Like, that's the way of life. But it's taken a lot out of me to be like, oh dude, it's okay not to necessarily get up today, have a healthy meal, go to the gym, do things like that. You know what I mean? It's okay to sleep in sometimes, because sometimes, you go out with your friends and you have a late night, and then the next morning you kind of wake up late and you're not able to do kind of your morning routine the way you wanted to do. And I'm usually very hard on myself when I do that. So I realized that it's not that deep. Do you know what I mean? You can wake up the next day and do it again. Lesson number 4: your intuition is everything. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to that little voice in your head. It keeps you out of trouble. Yo, I don't know how many times I've went out and my body or the little voice in my head, or I just felt like, hey man, something is off, but I still went out anyway, and something bad happened. So number 5: energy is everything. This is also on the back of listening to your intuition, people's energies, people's vibes. It really, really, really is everything. Even the people you meet, do you know what I mean? It's either they're taking your vibration higher or they're taking it lower. But I actually had like a very interesting conversation with my friend a few days ago, and she said she totally understands. Like, we were on par with the whole thing of if you meet someone with lower vibrations, they're going to take your vibrations lower because you're now pouring into their cup and they're not pouring into your cup. But then you need to think and ask yourself, why am I attracting those kind of people? Why am I attracting low vibrational people? Is there something I'm missing? Is there something happening in me? Like, you need to also be able to check yourself when it comes to energy. Lesson number 6: practicing gratitude. I think a lot of times, right, we forget that where we're at in this moment is what we were praying for maybe 2 years ago, 3 months ago, etc., etc. But because we're in this world where we're constantly chasing the next thing, we're constantly looking for something better, we forget to say thank you, I appreciate it, I'm grateful. So yeah, that's something I've really, really been trying to get it to become a habit in my life. Number 7, letting go of things. Yo, like just letting go and letting God. Stop holding on to the door like you holding on to them for dear life. And sometimes I think what comes with letting go is realizing that things are not that deep. It could be people kind of projecting onto you. It could be just like kind of situations in your life that you just need to let go of because it's just not worth the sadness or the anger it brings in your life. And it's okay to let go. Like, yo, let go and let God. That's all I have to say about that. Lesson number 8, it's okay not to know everything. I think with me this really applies with my career and work, because you're constantly asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What kind of roles do you want in the future? And I'm just like, I don't know. I really don't know, but I'll obviously not be saying that to like execs in the company or whatnot. But most times I'm just like, I don't know. And I think I've come to peace with me not knowing, and knowing that there's nothing wrong with not knowing. So that was lesson number 8. Let's get to lesson number 9. Lesson number 9 is stop chasing the past. With me, this really applies with my looks. I think when I'm at the gym, when I'm eating well, and when I have like body goals, I always think of 19-year-old and darling, 20-year-old and darling. And you know what? I'm from a family where the woman, bameli, do you know what I mean? And I can't constantly be chasing what I looked like at 19. I'm also getting older. My body is changing, and I need to embrace those changes a bit more. So I've started setting a bit more realistic goals, and it's come with kind of letting go with the idea of looking like 19-year-old and Dowling, but more of being the healthiest girl I can be, the healthiest woman I can be, the healthiest Dowling I can be. Lesson number 10, rest. I can't stress this enough. We need to rest. We need to just get in bed, sit, watch a series the whole day, and just chill. We live in such a hustle culture that we're turning our hobbies into like side hustles, and we're continuously running after money and trying to make money. And I get it, we want to have better lives for ourselves, or better lives than the lives that our parents try to give us. I get that we want better, but you also need to rest. Don't forget to take some time out to pull yourself towards yourself and just breathe. Rest. I think this is how we kind of get burnt out, because we're constantly on the move, constantly searching for what's next or what to do next. Lesson number 11, ask for help. Oh my gosh, this is a bit difficult for me to do till this day. But guys, like, no man is an island. We were put into this world, never to bang. And it's okay to put your hand out and say, can you help me? Please help me with this. Please help me with that. Doesn't make you any weaker. Lesson number 12. Number 12 is actually an important one to me, and it's embracing your single season. I'm still coming to terms with it, and you know what, it's a journey. I think it's so much of a journey because you don't necessarily know you're in your single season until you do some sort of introspection. I know I'm the kind of person that puts, like, I can't compartmentalize like my energy or like my effort, do you know what I mean? So if I'm in a relationship, that's where everything is going. If I'm not, it's usually me pouring into myself and pouring into my career, pouring into things that I like. And I think at this point in my life, I should be pouring into myself, and that's how I kind of came to terms and started embracing my single season a bit more and not going out or looking for a relationship, because I now understand that it's time for me to pour into myself. Number 13, leave men that don't want you alone. Leave them. Why? If it was really up to me, I'd say leave all men alone. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to say leave men that don't want you alone. You know when a man doesn't want you. You know when a man is not putting in any effort and he's just not giving you anything. Why are you still there? Why are you still texting him back when he texts at 2 a.m.? Stop doing that. Yeah. Ooh, leave men alone. Number 14, we all know this one. It's okay to start over. I don't know why. I know I'm scared. Like most times I do feel very scared to start over, to leave something and start over. This applies to work, relationships, romantic relationships, even just moving to a new environment. You just become so scared to actually just do it and leave everything behind you and start over. It's normal to be scared. And I was watching a sermon by Sarah Jakes Roberts, right? And she was saying that when you do start over in this moment at this time, you're not starting over from scratch. And that's one thing you need to remember. You're starting from a point of knowledge. You're starting from a point of experience. And like, that's it. You know what I mean? You're not starting from scratch, so you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. Like, keep it moving. Do what you gotta do. Number 15, your dreams for yourself can change. I feel like I've been saying this one is important to me or this one applies to me, but I think this is one of the most important ones in my life, because I think, I've grown up wanting to be something or step into a certain career, and once I got there and that dream was achieved, I was like, do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? Do I want to stay here? Do I, like, I sense me, do you know what I mean? And I've realized that as I've grown with the experiences and the challenges I've come and faced, it's okay to be like, okay, this is not the dream I want to live out right now. It's changed. Do you get what I mean? I want to live out something totally different. I might not know what it is, but I know that it's not this. Do you get what I mean? Could be rambling. I might be rambling. Let's go on to the next one. Number 16, money circulates. Money circulates. This one has been hard for me, like genuinely, because I'm a very stingy person and I hold on to money and I'll continuously say, yo, I'm broke, so I don't want to spend this, I don't want to do this. But I've come to realize that when you spend with an open heart, right, and you spend on things that you want or activities that you want to do, it comes back, baby. Especially with an open heart, that money comes back to you in tenfold. It comes back to you even more. And lesson number 17 is off the back of lesson number 16, and which is the power of the tongue. Remember to always speak life. So these things of, yo, I'm so broke, oh, I'm so lonely, you are speaking that into your life. So remember to always speak words of life in your life. It might not be like, let's be real, sometimes you might not have money, right? But I'm not saying you must not say, hey, I'm not money, but don't constantly say, you, I'm broke. Oh, okay, you, when I'm broke, please, baby, please. Alright, lesson number 18, understanding the power of your feminine energy. This is so important to me. I can't stress this enough, because I think a lot of us girls and women, especially 90s, girls that were born in the 90s, is that we were raised in households that were headed by women, and we saw our parents, not necessarily our parents, but our moms be independent women and do whatever that needed to be done. So we've grown up in this environment where we have to be independent, we have to do everything for ourselves, and this masculine energy has kind of kind of overtaken the feminine energy. There's no balance in our lives anymore, and I think we're even afraid, not necessarily afraid, but we don't even want to get help or be open to receiving. And I think once you get in touch with your feminine side, you know the power you hold as a woman, and you are very, very open to receiving. So yeah, embrace your feminine energy, babe. Lesson number 19, taking social media break. I started taking these breaks very, very seriously this year, because I've realized that we consume so much content every day, and we forget the kind of impact it has on our minds, how we see ourselves, how we see life, etc., etc. And sometimes you just need to hit the pause button, because social media is not really reality. People show us what they want us to see, and sometimes we forget that and think people's lives are so perfect. Until you don't know whether that person is also going through whatever they're going through behind closed doors. So it's just very important to kind of just hit pause, as I said, and take some time off, find other hobbies, read a book, watch a series, do something else. Lesson number 20, life goes on. Okay, baby, so feel what you want to feel, go wisha if you need to go wisha in that moment, but remember to pick yourself up, put on some lip gloss, and keep it moving. Time doesn't wait for anybody. It really doesn't. So just remember to keep on moving, and always at your own pace. Number 21, nurture your relationships. Show the people you love that you love them. I think for me, this really, really applies to my family as well as my friends. For the longest time, I just kind of poured out love or shown appreciation in a physical way to romantic relationships, and you kind of I kind of neglected my friendships and my family. And when that boy is gone, who's still there? Your friends and your family. So I've kind of started taking nurturing friendships a bit more seriously this year. Number 22, stop comparing yourself to other people. We all know that comparison is a thief of joy, but do you know what? You can't help but do it. You literally can't help but look at people that are your age and look at the stuff that they're doing, and sometimes feel like you're slacking or you're falling off, you're running behind. But everyone's life is different. You move at your own pace, and success is also very personal. Do you know what I mean? You might think that next person is successful, but they don't see it that way. We need to constantly be aware and reflect on what we take in our lives, and what we practice from what we're taking in. Lesson number 3, there are always going to be problems in life. It's how you deal with them that will kind of help you move forward. I think I'm the kind of person that used to just, like, my life used to just fall. Like, everything used to just, even mess when there's a problem in my life. And now I've realized that life keeps moving even when there's a problem, and problems are not going to stop. So it's literally how you deal with them and kind of like how you get over them. Number 24. Number 24. Remember, you are responsible for the kind of life you want to live. So work for it. Do you get what I mean? Don't give up on yourself. I think that's the most important thing. Just never ever give up on you. That's number 24. Number 25, try new things. Damn, man. And that's why I'm saying you must take social media breaks, read a book, go hiking, I don't know, go to bounce or jump, try something new. You might enjoy it. It might be your hidden talent. And the last one, number 26, pray. pray and continue to grow your faith in God or whatever you believe in, whether it's the universe, whether ke Modimo, whether ke badimo. Keep close to whatever you believe in. I think I'm very not necessarily passionate, but I think, what is life without hope? Like, you need that one thing where we tshwarelang teng, and for me that's become God and badimo baka. So I'm very, very, very like, hey, you need to stay close to God, you need to pray, and you need to continue to grow your relationship with Liana. And yeah, those are the 26 lessons I learned as I turned 26. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so we can grow together and become a bigger family. I'll see you in my next one.